All right, class, so yesterday, if you remember, we read The Day the Crayons Quit, and now we're going to read it again today. But what's different is we're going to make a reading salad like yesterday, but now you guys get to make the reading salad. So we're going to have our own class salad. So just to remember from what we did yesterday, every page we're going to put a green note card in our salad bowl, and with every question, we're going to put an orange card, and I'm going to write down your guys' questions so we know them for later. And then when you have a connection, we'll put the yellow card and write down if it's a text-to-text, a text-to-self, or a text-to-world connection, like we have been talking about. And just remember, if you have a connection, you want to make a C with your hand, and if you have a question, to wiggle your fingers. All right, are you ready to go? Let's read again why the crayons quit that day. One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them.
I get letters from my grandma all the time.
That's a great connection. So we'll get that yellow card and put text to self on that. And that's a page. Hey Duncan, it's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of your other crayons. All year long, I wear myself out coloring fire engines, apples, strawberries, and everything else that's red. I even work on holidays. I have to color all the Santas at Christmas and all the hearts at Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your overworked friend, Red Crayon. So, do you see the pictures over here? Now, after reading this, I'm able to understand why these pictures are over here. See, I see the red crayon, and he looks exhausted, like he was just telling Duncan. And here's the red trucks that he always has to make, and the strawberries and apples, and tons of hearts for Valentine's Day, and of course, Santa for Christmas. So these pictures are going along with what it says. Oh, and I forgot my card. Dear Duncan, all right, listen. I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, dragons, and wizard hats. But it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous color goes outside the lines. If you don't start coloring inside the lines soon, I'm going to completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon. You have a connection?
Yeah,
Okay.
purple's my favorite color.
Purple is your favorite color. Great connection. Purple's one of my favorite colors too. And that's, what is it? Text to self, text to world, text to text?
Text to self?
Text to self, you got it. All right, another crouton goes in the salad. Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown or dark tan because I'm neither. I am beige, and I am proud. I'm also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown gets all the bears, ponies, and puppies, while the only thing I get are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky, and wheat. And let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a kid excited about coloring wheat? Your beige friend, Beige Crayon. All right, we'll put one in the reading salad. Duncan, Gray Crayon here. You're killing me. I know you love elephants, and I know that elephants are gray, but that's a lot of space to color. And don't even get me started on your rhinos, hippos, and humpback whales. You know how tired I am of after handling one of those things? Such big animals. Baby penguins are gray, you know? So are tiny rocks, pebbles. How about one of those once in a while to give me a break? Your very tired friend, Gray Crayon. You have a connection?
I like both elephants and penguins.
You like both of those? That's great. What kind of connection is that?
Text to self.
You're so right. All right, and before I forget, I'm going to put this green card in there. Now, can someone tell me, how does this picture go along with what we just read?
all those animals are gray, so you have to use the gray crayon.
You're right. They have to use the what if they have to use the gray crayon? But what about their size? These are really big on the page, aren't they?
He said he's tired because he's tired of coloring big animals.
You're right. So this picture is really showing what he was just talking about because these are some really big animals. That looks like a lot of work for a little gray crayon to do, huh? And see him over there thinking he's pretty almost like scared from them. He's so tired of drawing them. Dear Duncan, you color with me, but why? Most of the time, I'm the same color as the page. You are using me on white. If I didn't have a black outline, you wouldn't even know I was there. I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm only used to color snow or to fill in the empty space between other things. And it leaves me feeling, well, empty. We need to talk. Your empty friend, White Crayon. Gotta put one in the salad. Hi, Duncan. I hate being used to draw the outline of things. Things that are colored in by other colors, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair when you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in the colors of all the ball with all the other crayons. How about a black beach ball sometime? Is that too much to ask? Your friend, Black Crayon.
Why would anyone want a black beach ball?
That is a great question. All right, and we'll put that in our salad. There goes for that one. Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon, I am writing for 2 reasons. One is to say that I like my work. Loads of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, and frogs. I have no problem and wish to congratulate you on a very successful coloring things green career so far. The second reason I write is for my friends Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Both crayons feel they should be the color of the sun. Please settle this soon because they're driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon. So, who uses the yellow crayon to make their sun?
Me.
All right, and who uses the orange crayon? Okay.
Sometimes.
Who uses both? I know I like to use both. I sometimes use both out on one sun. Dear Duncan, Yellow Crayon here. I need you to tell Orange Crayon that I am the color of the sun. I would tell him, but we are no longer speaking. And I can prove I'm the color of the sun, too. Last Tuesday, you used me to color the sun on your Happy Farm coloring book. In case you've forgotten, it's on page 7. You can't miss me. I'm shining down brilliantly on a field of yellow corn. Your pal and the true color of the sun, Yellow Crayon. Dear Duncan, I see Yellow Crayon already talked to you, the big whiner. Anyway, could you please tell Mr. Tattletale that he is not the color of the sun? I would, but we're no longer speaking. We both know I'm clearly the color of the sun because on Thursday, you used me to color the sun on both the Monkey Island and the Meet the Zookeeper pages in your Day at the Zoo coloring book. Aren't you glad I'm here? Ha! Your pal and the real color of the sun, Orange Crayon. Do you have a connection?
Orange and yellow are fighting like me and my sister.
Oh, that's a very good connection. Now, what is that kind of connection?
Text to self or text to,
Text to
world,
self?
or one or the other. I don't know.
You know, that's a good thing. So text to self that'd be because it's between you, and the world would be something that's outside of your own experience. But that's a good question, whether it's world or to yourself. Now, can anyone tell me what's going on in this? How this picture shows what we just read?
Orange Crown was talking about how he was colored the sun 2 days, and yellow was only colored 1.
You're
So
right.
orange is colored twice.
Yeah.
The yellow's mad.
And yeah, the yellow looks pretty mad at Orange's argument. And he's like, That's what I showed you. So see how the crayons are kind of going off with what we just talked about and their reactions and emotions. Dear Duncan, it has been great being your favorite color this past year, and the year before, and the year before that. I have really enjoyed all those oceans, lakes, rivers, raindrops, rain clouds, and clear skies. But the bad news is that I am so short and stubby, I can't even see over the railing in the crayon box anymore. I need a break. Your very stubby friend, Blue Crayon. He's looking pretty stubby, isn't he? I don't even see him anymore. Duncan. Okay, listen here, kid. You have not used me once in the past year. It's because you think I'm a girl's color, isn't it? Speaking of which, please tell your little sister I said thank you for using me to color in her Little Princess coloring book. I think she did a fabulous job of staying inside the lines. Now, back to us. Could you please use me sometime to color the occasional pink dinosaur or monster or cowboy? Goodness knows they could use a splash of color. Your unused friend, Pink Crayon. Hey Duncan, it's me, Peach Crayon. Why did you peel off my paper wrapping? Now I'm naked and too embarrassed to leave the crayon box. I don't even have any underwear. How would you like to go out to school naked?
I wouldn't.
Oh, I need some clothes. Help! Your naked friend, Peach Crayon. Well, poor Duncan just wanted a color. And of course, he wanted his crayons to be happy. And that gave him an idea. When Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him an A for coloring. Now, can you tell me, guys, what Duncan did to make his crayons happier? What pictures on this kind of goes with what we just read and what they wanted? Can you point one out?
Well, he used all the colors.
He made the dinosaur pink.
The dinosaur was pink, and that's what the pink cadets wore, huh?
There's a black rainbow.
A black rainbow, because he wanted to be the colors. He didn't want to just be the outline. Very good. So Duncan seemed to solve the problems, didn't he? And an A+ for creativity. All right, that's end of day 2. And as you can see, we have our own salad. And we can see all the different connections and questions we had. And we'll pull out those questions so we can answer them tomorrow.